right. Hello, hello. How are all my lovelies doing? How you guys doing today? Tuesday. The two-day. A lot of people talking about it. That will be all we talk about it. Hope everybody's doing good today. I'm your host, the Dez08. And today we're going to finish Assassin's Creed Black Flag, come hell or high water. So, I hope you guys are prepared for that. Mentally ready, if you will, for the end of the Kenway story here. As we finish this game today, one of the things that we're gonna try to ascertain, glean out, if you will, is I'm playing the gold version. So I'm hoping that Freedom Cry is already loaded. I did download it yesterday, and I played around with like some testing, but I was like, it's a DLC for this game. So it would be nice if I could just load this game because I've got all my settings dialed in, yada, yada, yada. You know where I'm going with this. So here's the deal. If we finish this game relatively quickly, and I don't think there's much left. We finish this game directly, you know, before the end of like what normal stream time would be. And Freedom Call is installed already as part of this game. Or Freedom Cry, I'm sorry. Then we'll start that one. If not, then we are going to, we'll end the stream and we'll just start fresh tomorrow. And we'll kind of go from there. So, as we finished up yesterday, we found the observatory. Like I said, Mary died. Adewale left us. He gave us the Jackdaw back and left us, basically. And he said, come meet me. Come meet me. Oh, that was to go to Port Royal. I wanted to go to my ship. Son of a bitch. I wanted to go to my ship. We're off to a cracking start. I mean, I could just swim to it. I guess we'll just swim to it. It's fine. It's fine. Thought that little rowboat right there. Why couldn't you just select Port Royal or your ship? So I'm hoping it's just an added little DLC, which would be nice if it's already installed here and we could just go for it. So, as you know, we're probably not going to do a lot of upgrades from here on out. The ship is pretty much complete. We are going to... we're going to Tulum. So you know what that means. I mean, that's the Assassin's headquarters.
Every last scrap of duck on the wind.
That's a long way, chat. That is a long way. Oh, that's good. That'll give us... Oh, I missed it. I missed the booty. The story of my life. So, the reason why I'm hoping it's just a DLC is one, I won't have to fiddle with the settings. I like where this game is, how it looks. So hopefully we'll just be able to, you know, just roll right into it. With training this week, you know, we're getting, and I know this is going to come to a surprise, or as a surprise to some of you, we're due for another major snowstorm at the end of this week. Thursday, it's supposed to start, and we're supposed to get anywhere from 8 to 12 inches. It's supposed to start as sleet and freezing rain, and then it's supposed to convert to snow. So Thursday evening, all day Friday are going to be pretty shitty. I'm hoping that it doesn't cancel my plans for the weekend of going down to Pennsylvania. Because I think once I get out of like this, like once I hit like the PA New York line, which I'm right on, like I think I'm at the southern edge of the storm. So I'm hoping that once I hit like Hazleton, PA, it'll be clear, you know. So all I'll have to do is like the first like hour of the trip, hour and a half, maybe 2 hours of the trip will be, you know, like shitty weather. And I'm hoping by the time I actually get going, because I have training on Friday, I'm hoping that as I get going, everything will be clear and most of the stuff will be, you know, plowed, because they know how to remove snow and take care of that kind of stuff up in this part of the country. So I'm hoping it'll be a non-issue. If for whatever reason it is an issue and I can't or don't want to or don't feel safe driving down to Central PA for this weekend, then we will be streaming. But as of right now, we won't be. Hopefully training. So with that being said, Friday, if it's bad, I'll be training from home, so the stream will be hopefully closer to normal time. If not, then, you know, I'll be streaming, you know, starting on Monday. Now, next week, and for 2 weeks, I'll be in a different training starting next Monday. And that training is put on by a completely different company than who I'm working for now. And that training ought to be interesting, because from what I'm being told, I'll get out like at noon or 1 o'clock every day. If that's the case, and that's training from home, so that means that obviously no commute time, and it means that I should be able to get the streams up a little earlier, and maybe even stream a little longer next week. Next week, we're probably going to be playing Rogue, because I anticipate finishing this game today. And like I said, if we finish, from what I understand, Freedom Cry is only like 6 hours. I put it on the list because it was released as its own separate game. But I'm questioning that decision. I mean, it's on the list, so we're gonna play it. I'm not gonna change the rules now that our anthology playthrough has started. But if I had to do it over again, I probably wouldn't be playing Freedom Cry. But it'll be interesting to see what Adewale's story kind of becomes, because right now he's not with us. He went to join the Assassins, or he already joined the Assassins, and he was very disappointed in Kenway, the same way Mary was, for using his talents and abilities and gifts to pursue just financial gain and not pursue, you know, like a nobler cause. You know, Mary, I think, is said it, you know, multiple times. Even her last words to Kenway were, you know, like, you know, you need to serve a higher purpose. So hopefully we can finish Freedom Cry this week as well. So hopefully we finish this today, Freedom Cry Wednesday, Thursday, and then that would be great, because then when we get back on Monday, we can just crank into Assassin's Creed Rogue, another full game. Because then after Rogue, then I think, you know, we do Unity, which is another full game. So And this is where we're gonna actually start getting into like the more map saturated games. The playthroughs are gonna be 40 plus hours. So at least they're not trying to kill me now. So that's nice. I mean, they're not very happy with me, but they're not trying to kill me. That guy's still limping from the last time I was here. Sorry, mate. Oh, there's Adewale. Let's see what our boy has to say.
Jesus, Ade, what the hell happened here?
You happened here, Edward. The damage you caused 6 years ago has not been undone.
I'm not an easy man to call a friend, am I? Is that why you're here?
To fight beside a man so driven by personal gain and glory is a hard thing, Edward. And I have come to feel the assassins and their creed a more honorable course. Have I been unfair?
No. For years I've been rushing around taking whatever I fancied, not giving a tinker's curse for those I hurt. And yet here I am, with riches and a reputation, feeling no wiser than when I left home. Yet when I turn around, look at the course I've run. There's not a man or woman that I love left standing beside me.
There is time to make amends, Captain Kenway.
Mary. Before she died, she asked me to do good by her, to sort out the mess I made. Can you help me?
Mary
That's
was
big.
fond of you, Edward. She saw something in your bearing that gave her hope you might one day fight with us.
Aye. She told me.
And what do you think of our creed?
It's hard to say. For if nothing is true, then why believe anything? And if everything is permitted, why not chase every desire?
Why, indeed.
It might be that this idea is only the beginning of wisdom, not its final form.
That's quite a step up from the Edward I met here many years ago. So what do you think?
It'll take some getting used to.
The second attack this month, I should have moved this village long ago.
I brought all this upon you years ago, but I will stand by you now.
It will take more than a few favors to call yourself a true assassin, Edward.
One thing at a time, mate.
Rope dart. Rope darts are equipped with a lethal grappling knife. Press Y while above your target to assassinate. Hold Y while above your target and use L to assassinate and hang him. Oh my. Aim at an enemy and press Y to drag them towards you, then X to strike them. So the rope dart and the whip kind of working similarly. So maybe that's why they never... Alright. So we're going to use the rope dart here.
Stay close, Edward. Follow my lead.
Oh, shit. Hold Y. Oh, he fucking killed him. I don't have any more rope darts. I wonder if I search these guys. Can I search these guys or no? I need to try to get another rope dart, or I won't be able to complete the challenge, which is funny. Uh-oh. Well, guess what? Guess what, Chad? I'm not going to be able to complete the challenge because it only gave me 5 rope darts. Oh, you're one of us. Okay, well, I can't complete the challenge because...
Good to see you here, brother. Twisted clean and must have killed the whole. Another suelta.
I'll just kill these guys the old-fashioned way.
Finish him off.
That coward is hiding aboard his ship.
Alright. Oh, I got rope darts now. Wonder if I can get up there, and I wonder if I can hang him. Shit.
¡Vuelve aquí! ¡Maldita sea! No pertenecemos a esa rata.
Desde aquí puedo darle.
¡Esa rata está a tiro!
Tengo a tiro. Es inútil. No escaparás.
¡Mirad! ¡A por él! ¡Un blanco claro!
Puedo abatirlo de un tiro. Desde aquí puedo darle.
Fuck.
Es inútil. No escaparás.
There we go. There we go. That was fancy.
Janumuk Awoyetel Abishan. And once more you have our thanks, Edward. You are welcome here.
Thank you, sir. I'll rest here for a time before setting out, if I may. How's her child?
She is a strong woman, but not invincible.
So we'll talk a little bit about Hey, Talc, how you doing, mate?
If I'd stayed in prison, they'd have taken him from me. He'd never be alive. Maybe this is God's way of saying I'm not fit to be a mother yet. Carrying on like I do. cursing, drinking, fighting.
You are a fighter, aye. In prison, I heard stories of the infamous Anne Bonny and Mary Read taking on the King's Navy together. Just the pair of you.
It's all true. Anne would have won that day if Jack and his lads were passed out in the hold from drink. It's right. Everyone's gone, aren't they? Mary, Raccoon, Touch, all the rest. I miss them so. Rough as they were. Do you feel that too? All empty inside?
I do. Devil curse me. I do.
So, Mary Read, the real life Mary Read, did die in prison. There's a little, like, I don't want to say misinformation or like people
I know
don't.
my targets by sight well enough. But how will I find them?
We have spies and informants in every city. Visit our bureaus and the assassins there will guide you.
That fixes Torres and Rogers. But Bartholomew Roberts won't be near any city. Might take months to find him.
Or years. But you're a man of talent and quality, Captain Kenway. I believe you will find him.
And if you're at a loss, don't be afraid to call on your quartermaster for aid.
Quartermaster! What's our present course?
Due west, Captain, if it's still Kingston we're sailing for.
It is indeed, Miss Bonny. Call it out.
Weigh anchor and let fall the courses, lads! We're sailing for Jamaica!
So, again, very interrupted with damn story.
How does it feel to bark so loud?
I've barked louder, and to men twice as rough.
Tending bar at the old Avery, you mean?
Among other places. And I sailed with Mary and Rackham for a time, remember?
Of course.
Mary did most of the captaining, Jack did most of the drinking.
Did Mary... Did she ever tell you who it was that fathered her child?
It was a young fella. Sailed with us on that last voyage. Poor lad was killed fighting beside us. The only man not too drunk to stand up for himself.
There was so much about her I didn't know. I called her a friend. But was I one in return?
She thought the world of you, Edward. Have no worries about that.
Well, that's good to hear.
So, again, real life Mary Read, speculation about whether she actually died in childbirth or died, whether she died in childbirth or died, like, after or before. They just know that she died in prison. Her trial, her and Anne Bonny were tried together. That part was real, and they both claimed they were with children. So that part was all real. Mary Read, she, you know, like I said, she died in prison, but there's no record. There's record of her burial, but there's no record of her child's burial. So that's what leads some people to believe that she may, if she did have the baby, it may either it lived and, you know, they whisked it away, and, you know, there's someone running around who is a descendant of Mary Read right now that doesn't know. She died, you know, before the baby was born, or, you know, whatever. But there's no record of her baby, or they just, because she was a pirate, they just didn't give a fuck. I mean, it's hard to say. Anne Bonny, they don't, history doesn't know what happened to her. There's speculation that that she, you know, lived out her days in Kingston. You know, like she got out of prison and lived her days in Kingston, or some people think that she fled to the United States and lived in North Carolina. There's no historical record of the end of Anne Bonny. So, but all that stuff with Rackham, Anne Bonny, Mary Read, and Jack Rackham were all like, you know, they were always together. In the show Black Sails, I believe that at very end of the show, like the series finale, Mary Read introduces herself to Anne Bonny. Like, she shows up like right at the end, because Black Sails takes place like right at the end of the golden age of piracy, as does this game. You know what? Fuck it. I wasn't.
We're ready, sir. We'll be knocking them up, sir.
We'll do one last big naval battle for, you know. We'll do one last naval battles for, you know, for good time, for old time's sake here. Oh shit, I had one more shot, didn't realize it.
Join us, or die.
Talking, you're getting ready for work, and is that like, because it seems like you work every single day, and I mean that like every single day. Where'd the hunter go? I guess he took off. I guess he fucked off, eh? Let's see if we can kill a captain by rope darting him. Look at old Anne Bonny there. It is nicer having a fair lady next to me as the quartermaster than Adewale, but I mean, not just yet. Oh, you are getting ready in a few hours.
As much sail as you can. All sail! Go! Heave ho!
Get an upswell. Yeah, dude. Like, for fuck's sake, man. That's like my schedule, bud. You don't need that shit. Let's see here. Let's see, can I climb this? I want to get up here. I want to try to hang the captain. With the rope dart. Like, that's something that I want to do. Nice. He's still hanging there? Nope, he's not. I was hoping that he'd be hanging there the whole time. Yeah, dude, fuck that shit. It's funny. It's funny because I have a bunch, like, when I started this job, like right now my position, normally I work a 24/7, 365 job, right? Like that's my thing. That's my bag, you know, my lot in life. But right now, my my schedule isn't that. So it's funny because all of my friends are like, oh my god, it's so great, you gotta be so happy that you're working like a normal schedule and blah blah blah. And actually, it couldn't be further from the truth. I like working my rotating shift work schedule because I don't like people. And because I don't like people, it's much easier to operate you know, on a non-Monday through Friday day job type life, you know? Let's see if I can get him from up here. Oh, hey. Ow, fuck. No. See if I can get him here. I was trying to jump on top of him. Oh, fuck. Right up under the jaw. People are knobs, dude. They are. So, and I miss my, like, I miss my 7-day breaks. You know what I mean? I miss my 7 days off in a row. Like, I miss that shit, man. Like, that's why I put up with that schedule and that life because I enjoy, like, the perks of it. They outweigh the cons. And the con is big. The two main cons are, you know, like sometimes I have to short cycle myself and rotate from day, you know, like night shift to day shift without proper recovery time. And, you know, there's an overnight shift and you miss shit, you know, like you miss like some things that normal human beings do. But at the same time, I get a 7-day break. You know, I work that schedule so that I only have to work 14 out of 28 days or whatever the, you know, I think up here it's a 6-week schedule. But in the 6-week schedule, like one of those weeks is still a week off. 1 week is called a spare week where I only work 8-hour days, you know, and so you go spare week of 8-hour days, then into 7 days off. Right? So you're not like working the desk for 2 straight weeks. And then I think I think they do like 1 4-night stretch, you know, but I don't even think they do like, I don't think they even do a whole lot of different, you know, like rotations. They have 1 week that they call Hell Week, right, where they work nights and then they have like 2 days off or something, and they come back for days. Like, I have to look at their schedule because, I mean, I could have input to changing it. Although, so far in my experience, they seem very reluctant to take any of my suggestions. Which, look, I get it. If I was, you know, when new people came into our control room and were immediately like, oh, well, we did it like this back there, and we did it like this, like that, you know, after a while you'd be... So I try not to, like, every time that something comes up where people are having a discussion about the right way to do it, I don't suggest that we change it to the way that we used to do it, or that I did it at my last company. I just, you know, I'm just like, oh, that would be a good suggestion. Oh, that, you know, like, I let them handle that kind of stuff. But if there's, like, something that I consider, like, big, you know, then...
If you really want to rough, we can happily oblige. You have the wrong man. Why do you haunt me? Captain Kenway, just in time.
Yeah.
I'll see you back
So,
at road.
you know, I try not to, like, be that guy that's like, Potato, how you doing? I'm doing pretty good. We're think we're gonna be finishing this game very, very shortly. Sequence 12. I'll just tell you guys right now, sequence 12 is the last sequence. So, I think it's either this is the last mission of 12 and 13 is, or, you know, but we're...
do it clean.
The word is King George is calling Rogers back to London.
Aye, not happy with his progress in Nassau.
Still too many pirates roaming about, from what I hear.
You'll need a disguise to fool the powderheads at this party. I suggest the
Powderheads.
visiting diplomat, Ruggiero Ferraro. He's been on our list for some time.
Understood. Will you send this to England for me?
Aye, the ship leaves tomorrow.
Caroline Scott Kenway, Hawkins Lane, Bristol.
So I mean, we are going to be finishing. I've already, like I said, hopefully I don't have to go much past my normal stream time for a work day, but I will in order to finish it. I'm not gonna leave like one mission, and we're not doing any other missions. You know, we're doing is story missions until we. All right, we got him.
Va bene. I am ready. We go.
Are there any girls? No, no girls. I have gone mad, ma'am. I'm a pirate. Dude.
There is no beauty to this city. No expression of joy. No, you walk your streets like animals. Like cattle with no sense of decorum.
Wow. I want to kill him just because he's an asshole.
You are all idiots. How you English believe you can subdue the world is beyond me.
He's all right. So I mean, if he's gonna keep, wait, well, how do you see me, dude? He's got the eyes of an assassin. I mean, he should be good at spotting them, you know, the whole Ezio, but he's not that old, you know.
Ah, can drink rum more than once a month. Tío, it's revolting.
You know what I love is that none of those guys reacted to him at all. They didn't give a shit that I just fucking pulled him into a haystack and killed him. Oh, look at me now. Reach the party. I'm reaching the party.
Salve. Forgive the lateness of my arrival. I am Rogerio Ferraro.
Aye, Mr. Ferraro. Not a problem.
There's a very convincing English-Italian accent.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Oh, Woods.
a toast to my brief tenure as governor of the Bahamas. For under my watch, no less than 300 avowed pirates took the king's pardon.
What are you doing?
and swore fealty to the crown. Yet, for all my successes, His Majesty has seen fit to sack me and call me home to England. Brilliant! God bless the fucker. Therefore, hooray! Hooray for the
Oh, from
ignoble
the
and
bench.
ignorant prigs who rule the world with sticks up their asses. Hooray!
Need to find a bench that he's going to be sitting at right now, or going towards.
And how is Mrs. Rogers these days?
I haven't the faintest idea, and I don't intend to inquire any further. We separated almost 5 years ago, and both our lives have been the better for it.
Let's sit here and just see if he walks by.
Perhaps I'll be more candid later, when the remainder of my reason has left me.
Not worth it.
Is it
Oh, how
even?
fortuitous. Is he going to come walking by right here? The only bench. Oh, nice.
I'm not gonna wait around to see how this ends.
Fucking A,
He
man.
was a privateer once. How is it you lack so much respect for sailors only trying to make their way in this world?
You couldn't possibly understand my motives, cretin! You have spent a whole lifetime dismantling everything that makes our civilization shine.
But I do understand. I've seen the observatory, and I know its power. You'd use that device to spy and blackmail and sabotage.
Yes. And yet all for a greater purpose. To ensure justice. To snuff out lies and to seek truth.
There's no man on Earth who needs that power.
Yet you suffer the outlaw Roberts to use it.
No. I'm taking it back. And if you tell me where he is, I'll stop the man.
Here at the edge of a blade, I find a friend in you at last.
Principe, you mad bastard. Our best sources say Principe.
I'm not gonna wait around to see how.
Is Captain Rogers hurt?
No. No, he's not hurt.
That man there! The Italian! He did it!
What? Fucking racist. Give me your knife. Nope. I was just trying to calmly walk out and someone fucking ratted me out. Fucking lobsters. Don't mind the Italian guy. I'm not even Italian. They said the Italian guy. I'm not even Italian. I'm fucking English, dude. Actually, I'm Welsh. I'm not even English. I'm Welsh. Fucking unbelievable. Just because I'm wearing a fancy red coat, they think I'm an Italian guy. Fucking racism, man. Let's inconspicuously run. What's this guy doing? Is he gonna fucking shoot me?
Come on, then.
F you, bro. There. Now I'm an American. How can you tell I'm an American? Because I'm walking through the streets of town with a firearm.
You loutish shunker!
Okay. Get away from me. I know how to use this. I do.
You there! Stop!
Oh, shit. Where's he going? Uh-oh. I fucking boffed it, didn't I? Oh, Christ almighty. Oh, that fucking hurt, didn't it? I don't know if I can beat up these big guys. Oh, I most certainly can. Oh, I like this dude right here. Why can't I pick up his big axe? Shit. This is not what should happen here, chat. Let me hide here. Oh, son of a bitch. What are those guys standing on a ladder for? It is profiling. And this guy right here is trying to kill these poor guys. We can't have that. Uh-oh.
Clear shot.
Ow.
Bastards in the sights.
Hey, dick. Leave these fucking guys alone. That's what I'm talking about. Thanks, bro. Guy fucking helping me out right there. Uh-oh. That's not me jumping into the, Here, let's grab a chest. Let's grab a chest right here. Calm the heat down. Calm the heat down a little bit. There we go. There, we just washed off in that, haystack. You're good, man. You're good. I'm just trying to get back to the Assassin's Bureau.
It's done.
It's done.
Where now?
Did it.
Grab your kit and pack well. We're sailing for Africa.
Oh, we've been there before. Later, brother. I like his little vest, his little sash there. Yeah, see, it says memory 1, so we only have 2 more memories. I think we kill, what's his face? Black Bart. And then once we're done with Black Bart, I think we kill Torres. And then, credits roll. Chat. Credits roll. So, like I said, as I anticipated, I believe that this is going to be a shorter stream. But we'll see. Let's sail to sea. We'll get to see what old Adewale is doing after a while. I mean, we should be sailing. We think that... Where's our mission marker? Oh, it's all the way over here.
All sail! She'll take it!
So what didn't we do? The only stuff that we didn't do was the stuff that we didn't want to do. Now, I didn't fully upgrade the Jackdaw, and I thought I was going to. But really, all we had to do to upgrade it, honestly, was just go get the treasure chests, because we have all the maps. Yeah, this has been a fantastic game. Fantastic game. And there's a lot of stuff. Like I said, there's still a lot of content here that we did not do. There are 4 more smugglers' dens. We did the one because we had to get one of the elite weapons for the boat. Obviously, there's pretty much all the naval combat that you can handle. I mean, that never stops. We didn't do any of the naval contracts. I think we did one, because I clicked a button by accident and it was just like, oh, give us material, and I had it on me, so I just gave it to him. So there were naval contracts, there was assassin contracts. We didn't do any assassin contract. Obviously all of the chests. I think we got most, if not all, of the shanties. Matter of fact, I think the shanties were at places like this, like the towns and stuff, and I think that we got all the shanties that we knew about, we got. You know, there might have been one at a place we didn't visit, but we weren't going to seek them out. You know, like if you go look at Kingston, like there are 6 shanties here. We got all the shanties there, you know. These are the smugglers' dens. And if you get the gold edition, or you have UB Plus, you get the gold edition. And there are all these mystery islands that we didn't go to. There's Mystery Island, Black Island, Sacrifice Island. That's this one over here. And then down, I thought there was, nope, that's it. I think there's 3 of those. So we did one. We didn't do the other 2. We didn't go completionist on the diving bell stuff. We just went down and grabbed, we grabbed as many chests as it took to get the, we grabbed as many chests as it took to get the plans.
Welcome, disciple.
Oh, Potato, thanks for the sub. I really appreciate it. So, we did all the forts because you kind of have to. You know, you kind of have to do the forts. The forts reveal, like, all of the fishing locations and stuff, which we didn't do hardly any fishing. We did do all the legendary ship battles. You know, I appreciate that sub, man. Thank you so much. So, there's a lot left, you know. There's DLC. We're going to do one of them, the Adewale DLC. We've talked about that. But there's an Aveline DLC, I believe, that we're not going to do. So there's still a lot of content that we haven't touched on. That if, you know, and right now we're sitting at a little over. Now, I want to be really clear in terms of the time tracking. And let me pop that, oh, by the way, you are now privy to the some of the cutest axolotl emotes on Twitch. You also get the Valkyrie dance, the Valkyrie happy dance emote, which is glorious. That's my corgi, and then you get probably the best emote on Twitch. That would be me falling down my steps. So congratulations on that. But as I've touted a few times, on the Google Doc here, you know, we've been tracking our playtime. So right now we're at 44 hours, 46 minutes for this game, without having done everything. But I do want to make it very clear with the stats, the tracking. I'm tracking stream time in that. So obviously this right now, like this minute or whatever that I'm spending talking about, that is, we weren't playing the game. And for those of you who've been in the channel a lot, you do know that sometimes when I go off on like talking, I don't like playing and talking at the same time. So, and then there's intro, outro. So that number isn't wholly accurate, but like I'm just counting like stream time, like overall stream time for each game. So so right now you're talking like, you know, probably 40 some hours to play Black Flag non-completionist run. We obviously also didn't care if we didn't get like 100% sync on a mission. We didn't do all of the stuff outside of the Animus in the Abstergo building. I mean, there's a lot of things that are still left in the game. You know, so it's like one of those things, like if you've liked what you've seen and you want to play, like you haven't seen everything. Like if you're worried like, oh, you know, well, I already know like the main gist of the story. Now that is true. You do know the main gist of the story. You do know everything that's going to happen. And it's not like there's freedom of choice. You know, you don't be like, oh, well, Dez was playing this as like a lawful, chaotic, you know, lawful good or chaotic neutral character. You know, Dez is playing this as XYZ. No, you know, you know, you don't get to make alternate choices than what I did, so. I don't know why there's these random mines here. Maybe it wasn't a good idea to come down this little, I was like, oh, it'd be like a little shortcut. Maybe it wasn't a good idea to do that. You know, their outfits. Yeah, no butterfly effect. Nope, nope. There are all the outfits and weapons and, you know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of content here that we didn't get through. Now, I'm not saying that the stuff that I didn't do is like, you know, you got the Mayan puzzles, you had the Templar hunt. Like, there's a lot of shit that we did not do. So I don't want to, you know, be like, oh, this is like a complete be-all, end-all playthrough. I really think that, you know, like someone could be playing this game right alongside of me in this story and really have almost a completely different experience than me. You know, I mean, your legendary battles could be different in terms of like how you complete them. You could spend...
Captain, here's one still kicking.
You could spend 3 days sinking ships like I did.
Who did this? It were a large vessel, the Royal Fortune.
Roberts.
Offered no quarter. Didn't say nothing.
I was hoping that I would get the ship battle Roberts. Oh. I wanted to ship battle Roberts. I didn't want to fucking be on land for this shit. I literally wanted to like do like an at-sea fight and then climb aboard a ship and kill him that way. So I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little disappointed. I'd love to just take his ship right now. Just be like, fuck off, mate. I just took your fucking... I never stole a horse from a man I didn't like. This city is suspiciously empty. Oh, there we go. Part of me is like, you know what? Fuck it. Like, we've already kind of decided we're not going to be fucking sneaky anymore, didn't we? Ow, that dude just punched me in the face. Ow, bitch. I have to kill guards. Oh, hey, pig. Can I pet the pig? No. I have to kill guards by shooting powder barrels. Oh. Maybe I could shoot. Maybe I could do a whole bunch of them right here. I got 7 in one fucking go. Well, that fucking worked. Fuck you, lads. I'm looking for another powder barrel if I can find one. I love how I'm just running through their camp right now. Looking for a fucking powder barrel. Ow, that guy shot me. Oh, here we go. We're gonna fucking take all these bitches out right here. Oh, I didn't. We're gonna kill all of Robert's fucking boys. Ow, dickhead. What's up, lads? I don't like Black Bart. Oh, my training today was very enthralling. I mean, he does change it up a little bit from week to week. So there, I mean, and I think I said that yesterday. You know, like I did hear a couple of new different little pieces of information, but nothing that I'm like, it's nothing that I'm really gonna use. You know, it's just more like hey, this is, you know, like, just good to know.
Intruder!
I fucking love this, man. Is there anybody left? Here, we'll sabotage this bell too. We'll sabotage the bells of the Dead Man Camp. Anybody left? I'm gonna fucking kill all of his guys. Yeah, I mean, it wasn't even a yeah, I guess a refresher is probably... Refresher, like, I mean, I've had this training like a million times. Like I said, this is like my 3rd or 4th time, so... Ow. Alright, anybody left? Who's left? I love how I don't have to be sneaky for this. It's been my favorite part so far. If you remember, last time I had to be sneaky running through here, and it pissed me off because I was sneaky and then I died, and then if something happened and I couldn't be sneaky again. Ow. I fucking love this. What I love is that I could just run up behind guys and just fucking double blade them. Alright, let's climb up in the air here. Ow. Ow. This is probably going to be some chase, because they're famous for that. There he is. There he is. Oh, he's just out of view. See, I knew it was going to be a chase. What the fuck? That's bad. Take the wheel of the jackdaw. Oh, maybe it is gonna be a sea battle. Maybe I am gonna get to sink him. There's a storm a brewing. Let's see. I don't know. I have to board it. I have to board it. What mortar fire? I got mortar fire. What do you mean reduce target? Distance to target. I don't even know if I need to shoot this shit. I'm just doing it because it's fun. Oh, maybe I do. I mean, I'm fucking his ship up, dude. His ship sucks compared to mine. I mean, I would imagine if you didn't do a lot of the sea battle missions and stuff, like... Oh, you fucking dirty pool right there. That's dirty. See, that right there tells you if this is a timed thing. Look at that little sliver. We just hit him twice. I don't know if I'm... Oh, okay. Alright, there we go.
No. There's a device with him that needs taking. I'll have to board her myself. Man the guns! There's more fodder for you coming!
Oh, yeah. Very nice. Wait. We have to fucking... Use a rope dart to kill Roberts. Let's see if I can get up top of his ship. This is his ship right there. That's his ship. Right here. It's...
By Jove, Edward.
No,
How can
stop.
I not be impressed by the attention you paid me? May the best of we two sing praises of the second.
I want to... You know I want to do it from here. It's not letting me target him. It's not letting me target him. That sucks. That's bullshit is what that is. Fuck it.
A merry life and a short one, as promised. How well I know myself. And what of you, Edward? Have you found the peace you seek?
I'm not aiming so high as that. For what's peace but a confusion between two wars?
Oh, you're a stoic then. But perhaps I was wrong about you.
Perhaps.
She might have had some use for you after all.
She? Of whom do you speak?
Oh, she who lies in wait, entombed. I had hoped to find her, to see her again, to open the door of the temple and hear her speak my name once more.
You know.
Talk sense, man.
Talking about Juno.
Oh, I was born too soon.
Or Minerva. I can't
like
remember.
So many others before.
The bad
Where's
one.
the device, Roberts?
I think Minerva was the good one. I think Juno's the bad one.
Destroy this body, Edward. The Templars. If they take me.
Oh shit. Okay. I didn't use the rope dart. I mean, I tried to use the rope dart, but it wouldn't target him while I was up in the air. I was trying to fucking hang him. I wanted to hang him from his own boat, dude. That's what I wanted to do. It's bullshit, man. Rob me of my pleasure. Where are we headed? Where are we headed? Up. We gotta go up. Where's the fucking mission marker? Oh boy, it's all the way. Damn, man, they really want us to just spend some time together chatting, don't they?
Every last scrap of duck on the wind.
So, how was everybody's day? Potato, how are you feeling? You said you were back to work. Are you pretty much back to normal? Can you taste again? That's what I want. Can you taste again? Are you worried about any long-term effects? How's your girlfriend? You know, since for Valentine's Day, you know, it's iffy. Oh, that sucks, dude. That sucks. When my, so one of my friends, so we actually, you could taste, and not at the same time. So that, he was, when he thought he had it, at first, when he first thought he had it, he was like, all I did was walk around my house. He was like, every like 20 minutes while I was waiting for my official results. Cause he got it, you know, like before they had like the really like they did like like it was a 24-hour turnaround. He was like every 20 minutes while I was waiting for my results, I was like grabbing like mustard or like really strong tasting stuff. And I was like, do I taste mustard? And he's like, I knew I was in trouble when I wasn't tasting like mustard and pickles and stuff. So, but what's weird is he got it but like obviously he didn't know he had it until he started to get sick. And you know, he was like, my wife and his wife nor his kids got it. So, you know, he was like, so I'm really happy that my wife and kids didn't get it. He was like, but, you know, and he said he spent, you know, like his quarantine time locked in the basement, and so she would just put like food down. He would text her and she would put food at the door, and then he would grab it, you know. Hot sauce tastes like, oh no, that sucks. So so it sounds like you're getting like strong flavors right now, but you're not getting like the finer, more subtle things. And by the way, I love putting eggs on my hot sauce. I love putting hot sauce on my eggs. I absolutely love it. I put hot sauce. So I am not a fan of ketchup at all. Now let me be very clear about this. And when I say I personally am not a fan of ketchup, okay? I will not willingly put ketchup on anything except for 2 items. Willingly put ketchup on. Now, back when I was like, if I went to a fast food restaurant, like if I went to McDonald's or Burger King or something, I wouldn't tell them to leave ketchup off of things, because you know how fast food works. They get 4 orders. 1 order says no ketchup. You got a 25% chance that you're going to get the order with no ketchup. So, and a 75% chance of you fucking the other people that ordered at the same time as you. So, I don't willingly put ketchup on anything except for 2 things. One of them, ironically, is eggs. I will put ketchup on eggs, and only omelets or scrambled. I don't put ketchup on fucking like sunny side up, or I prefer like the overall term of just dippy eggs. Like if there's a yolk, I will not put ketchup on it. The only other thing that I put ketchup on, and this is also very specific, is, and I don't know if you have them, steakums. Like those like frozen thin like beef. Like I'll make like a steakum and cheese, and I'll put ketchup on that. Those are the only 2 things that I willingly put ketchup on. And like I said, very specific with both. Eggs, gotta be omelet or scrambled, and steakum. You've never heard of steakum? They're terrible. Let me just tell you, steakums, they're terrible. They're not good. They're actually not good at all. But for whatever reason, I like them. Like they're not. I mean, they're not terrible. I shouldn't say. I'm making it sound like they're like trash. They're not. I mean, they're not great. Like they're not terrible. They're really good for what they're for, you know? Like you grab, like they come in these packs, right? Like they'll come in like packs of like 16. So you'll grab like half of the pack, and what you do is you get a pan, like a frying pan, really hot, with oil, a little bit of olive oil. You saute some onions, some green peppers, and then if you're someone that likes mushrooms, go for it. If not, little fresh garlic, right? So you saute that stuff, right? Then you take the frozen steakum and you crumble them up, to make, so you just put them in your hand and you literally like fold them and crush them up. Then you put them in the pan, and then you just heat it all up, right? And then you take you got to get a nice roll, right? Like a hoagie roll. Like you got to get a nice thick like hoagie roll. Toast that, Put the steak-um with your, well, it depends. Now, this is where you put your steak-um with your onions and your peppers and mushrooms and garlic. You put that on the toasted roll, and then you get Cheese Whiz and ketchup, and you put some Cheese Whiz and ketchup on there. There you go. I will say, ketchup and meatloaf is an acceptable Des thing. However, when I make my meatloaf, I cover my meatloaf with, I cook it with barbecue sauce. So I'll make a meatloaf, and then I coat the outside with barbecue sauce, and then I bake it. So I don't really need the ketchup because there's enough barbecue sauce. Usually what I do is I make, I have a recipe for Guinness barbecue sauce. And I make Guinness barbecue sauce, and I make so much of it when I'm making meatloaf that I coat the meatloaf with the Guinness barbecue sauce, and then when I'm actually eating, I use what's left of the Guinness barbecue sauce. I'm about to run into this. I use what's left with the. I use what's left with the of the Guinness barbecue sauce to do that. All she would order was 2 buns with ketchup in between. No patty. Yeah, kids and ketchup, man. I did find a ketchup that I do like, and I think it's because, what's it called? Let me find it. Let's see. No. Wow. Hang on a second. I like how I think you guys could still see me typing on the it's a I can't remember the name of it. But it's a ketchup that is like basically it's like it's unsweetened like ketchup that's like basically unsweetened ketchup. Oh, your girlfriend's calling you. Good luck with that. Good luck with that. Tell her you're sorry. But the ketchup is like this, like, you know, it's actually got vegetables in it and not powder and fucking high fructose corn syrup, which is the American way. Ah, America and our high fructose corn syrup. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. Oh, you live together. She's getting a COVID test right now. Oh, good luck. Good luck for her. Good luck. I'm actually getting my... So, I don't know if you knew this, but the Postal Service was giving away 4 free... 4 COVID tests per address, per service address. So I ordered 4 just to have them, and I think I get mine on Saturday. But I ordered them like a month and a half ago. But I mean, I've been very careful. Like, I'll probably wear a mask maybe forever out. One, because I hate people, and it just makes it so much easier. Actually, one of the nice things is, you know, like I wake up, like say I wake up and like I'm just like, you know what, I can't be bothered to prepare myself for human decency today. So I just kind of fucking go out, just throw a mask on so I can go to the grocery store. So I don't have to like comb my beard or like brush my teeth. Oh, you work for the post office. You're so you are now the second person that I know that works for the postal service. Matter of fact, the guy the artist who made this screen, the artist who did this screen right here, my Be Right Back screen, he works for the post office. So, yeah, he's a pretty good dude. Yesterday when I had you and Paws confused, and Paws was talking about the Assassin's Creed movie, and I said that I know of myself and two other people who like the movie. He's one of them. So he also likes the Assassin's Creed movie. And I think he's been watching some of the VODs and stuff that of my playthroughs. Everyone you work with is like 50 years old. I thought about getting into the Postal Service when I got out of the military because I would have had 6 years. I was in for 6 years, so I would have had that time in service would have counted. So, yeah, exactly. So I thought about it, but I didn't have a whole lot of. Honestly, when I was getting out, I didn't have a whole lot of direction in what I wanted to do. That wasn't the military's fault. That was my fault. And, you know, I was like moving to Maryland and, you know. Oh, the past winter was rough, huh? I would imagine with all the budgetary shit and stuff that's been going down that it hasn't been great for you guys. You're working 60, 80. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no thank you. And that's one of the reasons why I got out of the job I was, you know, that's the reason why I'm in New York. You know, I got sick of working, you know, like I was working 13 out of 14 days, you know, and then I'd do like a 13 out of 14 day stretch, and then I'd get like 2 days off, and then I'd work like another 13 out of 14. And I know it sounds weird that I'm like, oh, I'm working 13 out of 14. The day off was I would get off Sunday afternoon and have to be back Monday afternoon. You know, so I would shift from day shift on Sunday to night shift on Monday. So yes, it's technically a day off, 24 hours, but you come home after 7 straight day shifts where you're waking up at 3 o'clock in the morning. You're tired as fuck. You get home, you take a fucking nap, right? Because now you have to stay up all night. So you come home, you take a nap for a couple hours. You wake up, you're tired as fuck. Then you stay up and you hope you make it to like 2 o'clock in the morning at least, and then you can go to sleep. So you sleep that whole fucking day off anyway. And now you get no hours. Yeah, that sucks, man. That sucks. So the plan here is, honestly, we're going to kill everybody for the rest of the game. I think I've said that multiple times. Unless the game, basically, I think I said after Mary Reed died, Kenway is just, we're killing it. We're going to kill everybody. Unless the game says we have to sneak. You know, like, obviously, we couldn't just walk into Woods Rogers' party and fucking kill everybody. You want to get in the middle, we gotta lose like 70 pounds. Man, last year in July, I weighed 370 pounds. And I now weigh 235. So, I've lost about a human being since July of last year. I had a lot. I'm surgically enhanced. So I have my years in the Navy. I had perforating ulcers in my stomach. So if you don't know what those are, that means that I was starting to leak stomach acid into my body cavity, basically. So that's like kind of really bad. So the solution to that was that they went into my mouth with a scope. They looked at my stomach, found all of the areas that were still good and healthy, and they basically then the surgeon, he came up with a plan to cut away all of the bad parts of my stomach and build me a new stomach. So there's and the doctor that I went to was a gastric bypass surgeon, because they do similar surgeries. They're called Row-NY, where they take like your stomach and they just like they cut off the very bottom and they cut off the very top and sew the two together, and then they leave like your old stomach there. So that's called Row-NY, gastric bypass. That's like a full gastric bypass. There's like sleeves and bands and like minor ones, but if you get like a full one, they cut the top of your stomach off, they cut the bottom of your stomach off, and then they connect the two together and form like this little pouch, right? So basically, my stomach was so deteriorated from ulcers that he had to cut away and remove pieces, right? And then to get stomach acid into your little pouchy stomach, they have to leave a part of your original stomach. And then they connect that to the pouch. So that part still produces stomach acid, and then it flows through like a tube that they make. And then that puts stomach acid kind of into your new stomach. So basically I had surgery. I had to have major gastric reconstructive surgery because of all of my years of heavy drinking. And so that's how I did it. Now I will say for 100%, people who get gastric bypass, the common narrative is that they're cheating to lose weight. Those fuckers are not cheating. Having a gastric bypass, the amount of work that you have to do in order to eat, and the things that you have to do now for the rest of your life, like, people who say it's cheating to lose weight they're fucking ignorant assholes, right? Like, because I had a similar surgery, I have to take vitamins. I have to take these 2 fucking like horse pill sized vitamins every day for the rest of my life. I have to eat calcium pills every day for the rest of my life, because if I don't, like, the only thing that I eat for now is protein. That's it. I don't eat for like enjoyment. I don't eat, like, the things that I make now are really good because I can only eat a tiny little bit, but everything that I put into my mouth has to have protein in it. So, because you still need to maintain, we're talking about gastric bypass surgeries. So in my age group, I need to eat between, like, it's like 60 to 80 grams of protein a day. That requirement, yes, ignorant asshole, aka tout guy. So that 60 to 80 grams of protein requirement doesn't change. But the problem is, most people who overeat, they never have that issue meeting that 60 to 80 grams of protein, because you're eating a fucking ton of shit, right? You're eating everything that you can fucking get your hands on. But when you can only eat the equivalent of like 3 cups of food a day, you have to get that protein in somehow, right? So, like usually, like I always keep protein shakes on hand, protein powder, powdered protein shakes, like all of that stuff. And if at like towards the end of the day, like tonight after dinner, like I know I'm good for the day actually, but tonight at dinner, if I did my calculation and was like, oh fuck, I'm 10 grams short, I would grab like protein powder and throw it onto my food. Just plain protein powder just thrown onto my dinner to add that extra protein. It's fucking crazy. Like, yeah, you're not limited, like you're not working out per se. I mean, you're working out, but you're not like running and you know, like I don't want to say like you're not working out because you have to work out too, but like people are like, oh, you know, you just don't have any willpower. Let me tell you something, dude. When I first got done with surgery, you have to reteach yourself how to eat. And for the first month after my surgery, I think I threw up almost every day. Because if you don't chew your food enough, you'll throw up. If you eat stuff that's if you eat too fast, you'll throw up. If you eat too much, you throw up. Like if you eat too much now, was everybody, oh, food coma, oh, my stomach hurts, because your stomach is expanding, right? With gastric bypass patients, your stomach doesn't function the same. So you won't even have room for your own saliva. So you'll swallow like saliva and throw it right back up. It's fucking crazy. It's not easy. But at the same time, listen, guys, I'm gonna kill all of you. So it's a crazy lifestyle. But I can tell you right now, it fucking works. It works. Because, you know, like, I'm living proof that it works. Usually you have to get like a true surgery, you have to have, like medical condition, like certain age, high blood pressure, you know, like all kinds of stuff. Is that... Man, that looks like Mary, doesn't it? But it's not.
Ah, Captain Kenway. I'm assuming this is the friendliest face you've seen since dropping anchor?
Is Havana under curfew on my account?
Aye. Torres seems to think someone's coming after him.
He's not wrong.
A monkey-looking thing? Is that what I think it is?
Aye. Watch. Through the blood of the governor, we can see through his eyes.
That's by the church.
Keep this safe. Just in case.
I'll be at the bureau. Good luck.
All right, locate Torres. All right. You gonna come walking over here or no? Of course he wouldn't be on this side, would he? I really want to kill those guys, but... Oh, is that a... Why can't I dress as a monk? Yeah, so and that is like portion control is a big deal, right? And for people like so I would recommend this to you, dude. I don't, you know, like if you can hire a dietitian, because the first 6 months, so I started like all of this. I had my surgery in July. In October of last year. So July of last year, I'm sorry, October of the year before. So last year was 21. So in October of 20, I started taking classes with the dietitian. And those dietitians were teaching you about like the portion control and you know, how to properly read food labels, and you know, like traps that food companies make. You know, that those are the biggest things. Like the portion control I struggled with too. You know, I mean, because it's like, I mean, you know how it is. You know, it's like you sit down and you know, you're like, man, I'm hungry, I haven't eaten today, and you're like, well, I'm gonna make manwich and mac and cheese. I'm gonna make manwich and mac and cheese. And you're like, I haven't eaten today. And manwich is a pound of hamburger. And you got mac and cheese, like a, you know, just a regular. So you make like, you have like 2 manwich sandwiches and like half the mac and cheese, right? That's enough food for 2 people, right? But then say like 2 days later you have it again, but now you have 3 sandwiches and all the mac and cheese, and now that's become your thing. And especially if you live alone, right? Living alone is not easy to be skinny, because there's no food that gets sold and individually packaged that isn't either expensive or extremely wasteful, right? Like, yeah, you could buy individually packaged meals, but most of them aren't fucking good. Most of them come in a lot of fucking plastic, you know? So, like, if you buy and most of them, and they cost more. So it's obviously, everybody knows it's easier to go out and buy a pound of hamburger than it is to buy, like, 1 hamburger, right? So, you know, so you either got to be one of those people, you know, and like I give my ex a lot of credit. She was one of those people. Like, she was like a food prep person, so she like would like cook all day Sunday, and then she would portion everything out for the week. You know, I didn't do that. I'm like you, man. I like ground turkey as well. I actually, for like even before I had my surgeries and stuff, ground turkey, if I made manwich, it was with ground turkey. Actually, I hadn't eaten hamburger in a long time. If I was making food, like red meat, it was bison. I ate a lot of bison. Yep, that's what I would do. I would go to, after work, I'd go to the grocery store, I'd buy when I went for dinner, I'd go home, I'd make it, I'd eat it all. Yeah, I ate a fuck ton of ground bison. I loved ground bison. Bison chili, yeah. I mean, bison in anything is fucking good. This is not good because they... Fuck, I don't know if I can kill this guy. If he comes in here, we could be in trouble. Are we gonna fail this mission? That's bullshit, man. They kind of like they just kind of showed up.
Señor, disculpe, pero ¿por qué tenemos que entrar ahí? Ya han enviado a la mayoría de la flota.
¿Estás cuestionando una
soldado?
No, señor, pero es que...
Bien.
And bullshit, I killed that fucking sniper up on that roof.
Era en alerta por esos asesinos.
Calla. Un rumor acaba con la confianza más rápido que una bala. Ni menciones a los asesinos.
He oído historias.
I don't know a lot of Spanish. David Goggins and it. Is he like a dude? I fucking loved watching cooking shows, man. And I mean, I cook a lot. I still cook a lot. I just changed what I cook, right? Like I started cooking a lot of Indian food because, but I mean, again, like the difference is, right? You can train your body. Like before the surgery, you have to do this. You have to shrink. Dude, it's fucking nuts. So before the surgery, I had to shrink all of my internal organs, right? To allow more room for the surgeon to work. So how you do that is I did not eat food for 2 fucking weeks before my surgery. 2 weeks before my surgery. The only thing that I was allowed to have was vitamins, right? Like a daily, 1 a day vitamin and protein shakes. That's it. A 1 a day vitamin and fucking protein shake. I could have 5 protein shakes a day. And they give you a specific brand, right? Like it's not like I could do whatever I wanted. I could they gave me like 2 specific brands that I could use 5 protein shakes a day. Wow. And that's all I had for 2 straight weeks. And so I lost a lot of weight just there, right? And then after surgery, you're literally eating like spoonfuls of broth for like 2 weeks. And then I think it was 6 weeks before I was allowed to eat like food again. So I went 2 months basically without eating food. It's amazing what the human body can do, right? As long as you have your vitamins and your protein, doesn't matter how you get it, right? And I always was a believer of that. You know, like I always said, like, if I could just live on like it's funny, I'm either end of the spectrum because I talk about making all this good food and stuff. I can either be like super fucking like fancy fine dining, or just give me a glass of Soylent, right? He's an ex-SEAL, lost 200 pounds to become a SEAL. Ah, cool. Very cool. Yeah, SEALs are no joke, man. Those guys were fucking hardcore motherfuckers. Hardcore motherfuckers. I had no desire to do that. I always told like my friends that I was like, I had no desire to do it. Not at all. But I just wanted to see if I could have made it through the training. Not that I wanted to do it. You know what I mean? I didn't want to be a SEAL at fucking all. No, thank you. But I wanted to see if I actually could do the training. But there's no fucking... there was one dude in my boot camp. One dude that wanted to be a SEAL. And he went, you know, so when you get to boot camp, it's funny actually. So when you get to boot camp, they have this big presentation and they show they're basically hype videos of jobs. So they showed like EDT, SEAL, and some other shit, right? EDTs, they're or UDT, I'm sorry, they're underwater demolition teams. Those guys they're SEALs. They just don't go on the missions. They drive the boats. They like UDT is generally the ones who deliver SEALs to places. Like if they're not inserted, right? So UDT SEAL teams work hand in hand. They go through the same training. Not a lot of people know that. They just don't. UDTs just don't get the same level weapons training. They get more like bomb disposal and underwater demolition. Like they get that stuff. So if there's a mission that requires like them to blow up a dam, a SEAL doesn't plant those explosives. A UDT will go in with the SEAL team and he'll plant the explosive. Yeah, they are both spec ops. Yep. So it's funny. So they're like, okay, who in here wants to sign up for or volunteer for UDT SEAL program? And fucking like everybody sitting there basically raises their hands, right? I mean, you just watch this fucking hype video of like dudes like jumping out of fucking planes into the fucking ocean and like shooting fucking guns, and you know, like they don't show you any of the fucking like, you know, I mean, it's geared towards fucking 18-year-old morons. They're fucking dumb and full of cum, right? Like it's fucking geared towards fucking meatheads, like people who like they don't fucking know any better. So everybody's like, who, me, pick me. And then they're like, okay. It was funny. The first question they asked, if you were here, if you are a part of the nuclear, because the other thing is you don't join up to be a SEAL. I mean, you might join up to be like, that's your goal, but when you join up, like you're joined up for something else and then you volunteer for SEALs, right? It's like submarine duty. You don't, like when you're going in, you should know that you want to do submarine duty, but you still have to pick submarine duty. You don't like walk up to the recruiter and be like, I want to be on a submarine, right? I mean, you can say that and your recruiter will be like, okay, that's great. But it's not like you're going in, you don't need an ASVAB score to be on a submarine. You need to have a certain ASVAB score to be a SEAL, but it's like a minimum score. You know, like you don't, like it's not like a range. Like if you qualify for everything, you could be a SEAL, like, because SEALs have jobs, right? There are radio men, there are, you know, mechanics, they're like, they become classified as SEAL, right? So like the guy that I knew he was a signalman and then got classified SEAL, right? So his rate wasn't like SEAL petty officer, you know, petty officer SEAL team. It was fucking signalman first class. And then he had like the SEAL warfare pin, right? Meaning he was SEAL. So that's how it works. You go in for something else, then you volunteer for SEAL program. So all these people with their hand raised, right? First question they ask, if you're here because of the nuclear propulsion system, put your hand down. Or propulsion program, put your hand down. So I was like, well, that would have eliminated, even if I wanted to do it, I would have been eliminated immediately, right? And then they were like, if you didn't get this on your ASVAB, put your hand down. If you are here for this, if you've got this ailment, if you've got this, if you do this. And by the end, there's like 8 dudes that have their hands up. And generally, those are the 8 dudes who, when they got there, they've already done the research. They've already know that they could be a SEAL, right? And then they just have to pass all the shit. So then when you have a career day, so you go and you talk to like a guy who does the job that you're going in to do. So I went to talk with the nukes, and they were cool because we just walked in and they were like, look, you guys are going to be nukes. Do you want to be a mechanic, an electrician, or electronics technician? And I was like, electrician. And the guy was like, okay, let me look at your ASVAB score. Okay, you qualify. You could be an electrician. All right, you could go sit in that room and watch a movie and have a Coke, right? Like, all the other dudes were like, man, they made us do like push-ups and sit-ups. Like, the nukes were like, the military is fucking bullshit. Like, we're all too smart to be in the military. Just go fucking hang out, right? When you volunteer for the SEALs, you get put into like an extra training path, right? So you're in your boot camp and you do all the working out with us, but then in the evening, like right after dinner, you just, like, the SEAL guys would disappear and they would go work out with the SEAL dudes, and then they had progress things that they had to do. So after like 3 weeks, they had to like be able to do XYZ. After, like 4 weeks, XYZ. And then they get like their final exam. So you go through like battle stations, it's called. And then right before you graduate, the SEAL guys do like a final test, and they have to like swim with like X amount of weight on. They have to run with like X amount of weight on. They have all this shit that they have to do, right? So our one guy, he was from Sweden actually. His name was Par, and I remember he used to have a workout program. It wasn't much of a workout program. It was just cards. He had a deck of cards, and each suit was a different exercise. And then if it was and then would it be flipped over like the 5 of diamonds, he would have to do like 5 8-count bodybuilders. If he flipped over like the 5 of clubs, he would have to do 5 like push-ups or 5 jumping jacks or whatever, right? And then the face cards were like 25, I think. Any one of them were 25. And he would just go into this one room that we had, and he would grab that deck of cards and he'd just flip it over, and he did that every night. Every single night he did that. And the motherfucker was like 6'5", like 190 pounds of fucking iron, right? I mean, the dude was fucking... But when he passed, he came in and he was like, I'm going to fucking Buds. And he and I were close because I was doing the workout, his card flipping workout with him. And he sent me an email. It was like, I graduated from Buds. I got my pin. It's been nice knowing you. And I've never heard from him again. I don't know what team he was on. I don't know anything about him. So people who are like, oh, I was in and I know all these SEALs, fuck them. No, they don't. I mean, we took those motherfuckers places, and they would be on board with us. And like, when you're on a submarine, you fucking get to know people. I didn't know any of those fucking guys, because when they got on board, they took the torpedo room, they made it eyes only clearance, and they fucking stayed in there. The only time they came out was to shower, sleep. Actually, no, they slept in there. Was to shower, eat, and that was it. So, and most of the time they ate with themselves. I mean, like, there were a couple that would mingle. I think one of them was like, he liked to play cribbage. So he played cribbage with us, but he didn't talk about anything other than cribbage. You know what I mean? Like, you didn't get to know the dude. You just were like, oh, he seems like he's a nice guy. But he could kill you 6 ways from Sunday with that fucking thumbtack over there. Right? Like, that. Those dudes were fucking intense. They were intense. Boot camp was very easy. When I joined, I joined in 99. I had just gotten out of college, and I played rugby the whole time I was in college. So I was, 210, 215 pounds of rugby player. I used to, when they asked me, oh, what'd you go to college for? I told them I went to college for fucking rugby and foosball. Like, all I did was work out. I didn't fucking go to class. That's why I was in the Navy. That's why I joined the Navy. I would go to enough class to not get kicked out of college. I did enough work to not get kicked out. That's what I did in college. Other than that, I fucking drank, I played rugby, I played a lot of fucking foosball, and I, tried to, basically sleep in a different bed every night. So when I joined the Navy, I got out of shape, actually, because while I was in college, I was working out for 3 hours a day. So, like, I severely got out of shape while I was in boot camp. So boot camp was actually pretty easy for me, which is why I worked out with Par, because like I couldn't because if he shoots, because I could feel myself. I could actually, the pictures of me before I went to boot camp and after I got out, like, I look emaciated, because when I went into boot camp, I was, I was built. I was really fucking thick. And when I got out of boot camp, yeah, I weighed less, because I lost my beer weight. But yeah, it was funny, man. Like, all of my friends were like, "Oh my God, dude, you got so much smaller in boot camp." This is like absolute bullshit. How much? Oh my God, dude. Now what do I do? Do I have to keep tailing them or what? Alright. I just have to get in there now and kill this dude. Okay. I can handle that. So, So corpsman, so incidentally, if you wanted to be a corpsman, one, you'd be the only Navy guy that's actually respected by Marines. Two, you'd be the only corpsman that would be allowed to join the submarine force. The only corpsmen that are allowed on submarines are their sea command after, if they want to get out of the Marines. Because they have to know how to work on people with little to no fucking help, basically. So, our one doc I really liked. He was actually a really cool dude. Our other doc was a fucking turd. I didn't like him. And I'll be honest, I suspect many people that he came across probably didn't like him either. But the one doc was really cool. Because he understood what it was like to, I used to always joke with him. So I played rugby while I was on the boat as well. And I broke my fucking elbow. And I actually had... like... So I broke my, it was my left. I broke my left arm. It was really my arm right at the elbow. So like if it would have been cut off, I would have had like a little nub of bone. I broke it like right here, like right before everything separates, right? So, but I was I didn't go to the, I didn't go any, I didn't know it was broken. It hurt a lot, and I didn't have full range of motion, but one day, every day, I used to go to the doc and be like, hey, doc, I'm in pain. Will you give me some morphine? Or, hey, doc, like, I was always just fuck around with him. And one day, I saw him, and I was like, doc, is this bad? And my whole arm was bruised, and it looked like a waffle pattern. And he looked at me, and he was like, you need to go to the fucking hospital right now. And I was like, to the hospital, or should I go to sick call? He's like, no, you need to go to the fucking hospital right now. And I was like, okay. So I went to the hospital, and they were like, yeah, your arm's broken. I was like, oh. So it's just kind of like one of those things, you know? Such is life. But, yeah, I mean... Yeah, Corman would be all right. You know, like I said, you'd be like one of the few Navy guys that a Marine group would actually respect. Why can't I? There we go. I think I can climb up here. It doesn't tell me I have to be sneaky, but I have a feeling that if I'm not sneaky... Oh shit. I just hit the wrong fucking button, chat. I tried to whistle right there. How funny is that? Hopefully it can climb back up here. Alright. All's well that ends well. How funny is that if I wouldn't have been able to climb back up here? I don't know how I'm going to get rid of this guy, though. Fuck it. These fucking... I've complained about them the whole playthrough. These sniper guys... That and their fucking... Their absolute marksmen. Where is he? We'll just clear off this top. That way you can run around here with little to no fucking issues. Up there. I want to fucking air assassinate this bitch.
You're done, Torres.
Wasn't Torres. Oh, I get to fight the mountain now.
This again, eh? You're too skilled for swordplay. How about a little gunplay? No man's immune to a pistol shot, I reckon.
Am I really gonna have to sit here and shoot this guy? That's a lot of shots to the head. Deathwish,
If you could
how you
speak,
doing?
mate, it would gladden me to hear your side. You humbled me once, and I took that hard lesson, and I bettered myself. Die, knowing that for all of our conflict, you helped make a soldier out of a scoundrel.
I'm doing good. I'm doing pretty good.
Leave this life for a lasting peace.
We're
Down among the dead.
we're pushing to finish Black Flag today. Oh, hi guys. I think it said I needed to stay out of combat. You know what? Fuck that shit. I don't care anymore. Ow. We're killing everybody because, although, to be fair, the Spanish had nothing to do with Mary Reed's death. My favorite type of alcohol? None now. None. I used to drink a lot of rum. I mean everything. I used to drink everything. I used to drink everything. I mean, I don't even know. I would say I had a favorite. Everything was my favorite. I think that was the problem. I liked beer. I liked spirits. I liked wine. It's funny because I started brewing mead, but I've never drank any of my own mead because of the surgery. But I will say that the people that have had my mead have said it's really good. So I got that going for me. But yeah, yeah, man, I like kind of everything. Yeah, I have I made like a cherry malamel, and I made apparently it's really good. I mean I was able to taste it because I made it right before like all of the surgery stuff, but it wasn't ready, right? Like I tasted it the day that I made it, so I haven't tasted it aged. But I went to the grocery store or a local market and I bought apple cider, just regular apple cider, and I took the specific gravity of it, added some honey and some yeast, and basically turned this apple cider into fucking into mead, and apparently like it's really good. I mean, the day I made it, I was like, oh my god, this is good. But that was still, like, it wasn't mellow, you know? Like, it hadn't, like, its flavors were still, there was still, like, you know, like, gassing and, you know, there was still, like, off flavors in it. It hadn't had a chance to settle out. But, I've had friends that have had it, and they're all like, you need to make more of that, you need to make more apple cider mead. So this year once I get my workshop all set up, I'll start pumping some mead out again. But yeah, until then, I just don't have the room for it yet.
We got word Torres left the city. Who were you chasing?
That vial was labeled Torres, but held the blood of his second. Where's he gone?
Left port this morning. Heading
Yeah,
west along the
exactly.
coast.
The
observatory.
Will we follow?
Send word to Atabai. We've cornered our man.
Use guards as human shield. Yeah, stay out of combat. So right before my surgery, I had actually signed a contract saying I wouldn't have a drop of alcohol for 2 years. So, you know, this July being the first year, will be the first year. And then after that, they highly recommend that I never drink again due to the fact that obviously my stomach has shown that it's prone to ulcers. So, but if I make mead and I have a tiny little sip here and there, you know, like if I don't have like a glass of it, I can make it to taste test it. You know what I mean? I'm not going to be like sitting down and drinking a whole bottle of mead, you know, but if I sit back and, you know, after I make it, have a little taste, you know, like a mouthful or, you know, like that kind of thing, like that's not going to bother me. And I possess the, how do you say? I possess the, mental fortitude to not, to be able to drink and stop, you know, to basically taste things, you know, like a cook, you know, like a good cook. You might make something that's like super fattening that, you know, like whoever you're cooking it for, it's going to be like a 3,000 calorie meal, but you've tasted like the sauce that you've made and you've tasted a little bit of the meat. Like you know, like that's what it'll be like for me. It won't be like a huge, I won't be like drinking huge amounts. Which is perfectly fine. I had to pretty much stop drinking anyway about 6 months before I had the surgery. Like, I didn't drink much after, you know, like when I got out of the military, I knew, well, when I first got out, there was no difference. But I think as the years went on and my ulcers were really bad, I, you know, slowed all that stuff down. So it's, I guess what I'm saying is I don't miss it. You know, I'm not like, oh my God, I can't wait in 2 years when I can have fucking alcohol again. Like, it's just not really been a thing. You turn 21 in November. But you only drink like, yeah, see, and that's like when they were asking me, it was funny because because they were like, when they did all the scoping and they were like, wow, you've got really bad ulcers. Do you drink a lot of alcohol? And I said, honestly, no, I don't. I might drink maybe 1 glass of beer a month. And they just kind of given me that like, yeah, right. But then I was like, look, when I was in college, I was drinking 1.75 liters of fucking rum a day. You know, like, I mean, before I joined the Navy, I was straight up just fucking alcoholic. You know, I basically would buy a handle of rum, a 2 liter of Coke or Pepsi or whatever. I loved Captain Morgan. And I would buy rum and Coke, and I would drink rum and Coke all day. Going to class, I always had a cup full of rum and Coke. Every class I was in, I'd have a cup of rum and coke. I drank rum all day. Then I would go to the gym at like 2:30, and I would lift until 4. Then I would have rugby practice until 6. And then right after rugby practice, I would go back to my dorm room. I'd make rum and coke. I'd go to the cafeteria. I'd eat dinner. And then I would do like a little bit of schoolwork. And then I would go out drinking at like 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock at night. Like, and I did that every single fucking day. I knew it was probably a problem when I was drinking a handle of rum a day and not even, you know, like it not even bothering me, you know, to drink a handle of rum in a day and then go out drinking and drink like pints of Guinness all night. Like, dude, you know, and it didn't, like, joining the Navy didn't help. You know, I was drinking fucking like 15 pints, 20 pints of Guinness a night when I was in the Navy in school. When I was in the fucking, I mean, I'm in like one of the hardest programs that the military has to offer. And unless I had an exam, if I didn't have an exam the next day, every night I was going out and drinking fucking like 10 pints of Guinness on school nights. And then on weekends, it was worse. I was probably fucking, I mean, I was spending pretty much every dollar that I got for pay on alcohol when I was in the Navy. So, you know, and when I got to the boat, it wasn't any better. You know, there was never a point where, you know, I would ever be like, oh man, maybe I need to stop. So, I mean, it was a fucking problem. I don't know what got me to, like, stop. You know what I mean? I think it was just, like, overall just pain, you know, like, as the ulcers were really kicking up. Just slowing down because it started to hurt to drink, you know? But, yeah, I drank a fuck ton in my life, man. Like, how I still have a liver is, I guess, you know, like your organs, if you consume that much, your organs are going to shut down, right? For me, thankfully, it was just my stomach that was the weak point of my system, right? Maybe because I was overweight and I had a fatty liver, like it was protecting me. I don't know. I don't know how I have a liver at this point, you know, and don't have like psoriasis or, you know, something fucking worse. Or who knows, maybe I will.
Aye, the Armada. That's Torres and his men.
And you're going to do what exactly?
Find our way past them.
Yeah, I mean, 100%, you know. But that's the thing, like, it's never too late to change, you know? Like, I could have not, and I could be sitting here right now on this stream fucking 400 pounds, you know, fucking drinking.
Ship coming after us, sir! That's a man of war, sir! Spanish ensigns! Seems to be alone, sir!
I think we're gonna have to fight this ship. We're just gonna take this ship down. We broke the top 15,000 of Deadliest Assassins. I mean, that could be a goal for you.
And what's your man done to earn a death sentence?
He's a Templar.
I haven't.
Rogers
I
and
haven't
Hornigold.
had the chance. It's on my. I have it
Man
written
cooking up
down though.
schemes
It's
to
on
use
my
the
list.
observatory for ill purposes. For power and control. The violence he'd cause with this thing would be subtle but heavy. Deadly, yet leaving no mark. Does that make sense?
Like, if there was a drought and people was thirsty, and one man had a large cask of water but gave a sip to none, he'd be a killer with no blood in his hands.
Aye, like that.
Fair enough.
Free the Guardian hostages. Let me be. Can I be a badass? Let me be a badass here. Let me just walk through this place and fucking kill people. This is like the last mission. Or one of the last missions. Let me just fucking...
Some soldiers in the light. Maybe they've gone?
No,
Is it?
they're here.
Sam Bonnie coming with me.
In the jungle.
I found a social chest. What is that? I didn't even know that was a thing. I don't have any friends. I shouldn't say that. I have no friends that are playing Assassin's Creed Black Flag at the moment to reap the rewards of my social chest. Okay, so Ambani is not coming with me. Yeah, oh, I'm not worried about it. If they're talking about history, I'm gonna be... It'll be fine.
Just there. What should we do?
Gonna kill them, and we're gonna kill all of them. That's what we're gonna do.
Jesus, look at all this.
And you just knocked me off that... You just knocked me off that fucking tree.
Menace they had.
Oh shit. Dude, what the fuck is going on here? I don't even see anybody. There we go. Is that a guy up here? Is there a guy up here I can fucking kill? Oh no, that's the fucking alligator. You'd think that they would have killed, of all the things they would have killed the fucking alligator. Alright, let's see. See, that's the problem.
¡Puedo abatirlo! ¡No nos defenderás con eso!
Alright. Catching their fucking little place on fire, dude. It's not cool. These guys didn't do anything to them. I think the way we can do this.
¡Alto! Quiero hablar contigo. ¡Te vas a perder!
You're mine!
¿Qué pasa? ¡Por aquí!
Ow. And shoot him. There you go. Good work, girl. So that's how we can do it. If we shoot the guy with the gun, he won't kill the ones that he's aimed at. So we get the best of both worlds here. We get to do open combat against these fucking guys. Was that all 7 of them? That was it? Oh, that's 6. Damn it. Oh, there we go. 7. I got them all. Cool. I mean, I didn't kill any of them. When I came through here, I knocked them all unconscious. I mean, at some point, we're probably going to have to be Sneaky McSneakerson because, you know, the game. But I would like to not be Sneaky McSneakerson as much as possible.
Oh, it's so strange. What is this?
Later, I'll tell you all when this is finished.
It seems like Ambani is going to become an assassin. Or she's going to get killed. One of the two. Oh, this is much easier. Not anymore. Okay, here we go.
Holy Mother of Gods. Is this the place we've come to see?
Aye.
I don't see the dead bodies. They must
Stand
have...
watch here, and let none follow.
¡Venga, muévete! ¡No puedo! ¡Mis piernas no responden!
Oh, shit. Do I kill him? Or do I let him suffer? Ah, fuck him. I think I'm gonna have to climb up that, maybe? Is this? I don't think I can make that jump. I don't know if I'm going to... Oh, it's fucking vertigo. Oh. I have no idea what I'm doing here. I think I have to jump across here. Oh, shit. It can't be an Assassin's Creed game without some mission that has poor camera design. Ah, for fuck's sake.
Perdóname, por...
Or maybe... Yeah, I don't think it matters which side. I don't think it matters what side. If I have to do this again, though, I'll be pissed. I'm not gonna lie. So maybe that's not the way we go. I mean, that camera is fucking shit. I mean, it's literally the same fucking direction that I went. I'm gonna do this again. Guess this time we'll look a little harder. Like, why? Why do we have to fucking do shit like this? It's the end of the game, you know? Maybe if we go up one more, or is it? See, like, this is it. This is the movement of the camera right here. There we go. It's fucking ridiculous, though. I'm not gonna lie. It's now. Can we make this jump? And it takes health from us. I mean, you did that. I didn't do that. Use the observatory's defenses to kill guards. I don't... you know what? I don't even care about that. I don't even care about that. Oh, I know what I could do, though. There's a throw button. I think. Yeah. Okay, so that's fun. Ow. Oh, fucker. Oh. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. That was kind of fun. I kind of liked that. Why now? Why do we get screen shake? We didn't get it anywhere else, but now we got it. That's gonna fall. Can we? Nope. Don't do that. I mean, Jesus Christ. Oh, they weren't there. That sucks. I mean, were they expected? Were you? You know what I mean? Was it like? This shit's only slightly annoying, dude. I just want to fucking finish the game. You know? I don't want to solve some fucking puzzle at the end. I just wanted to walk in and fucking stab Torres, dude. Like, that's what I wanted to do. Oh, that was lucky.
much you have not yet accomplished. I could show you things.
That's all I wanted to do.
Captain Kenway, ever a splinter in my side. Does this murder fulfill you?
I'm only seeing a job done, Torres.
It fulfills
As you'd
me.
have done with me.
As we have done, I think. You have no family anymore, no friends, no future. Your losses are far greater than ours.
That may be. But killing you rights a far greater wrong than ever I did.
You honestly believe that?
You would see all of mankind corralled into a neatly furnished prison, safe and sober, yet dulled beyond reason and sapped of all spirit. So with everything I've seen and learned in these last years, I do believe it.
You wear your convictions well. They suit you.
Torres awakened something fierce. Are we safe?
With the device returned, I believe so.
What do you call this place?
Captain Kenway's Folly!
Etsawolte su tukila. Ka wenen. We will seal this place and discard the key. Until another sage appears, this door will remain locked.
There were vials when I came here last. Filled with the blood of ancient men, Robert said, but they're gone now.
Then it's up to us to recover them, before the Templars catch wind of this. You could join us in that cause.
I will, but only after I fix what I mangled back home.
It arrived last week.
That's not good. That was the face of a broken man right there.
Wakey, wakey. I don't believe we've been formally introduced. Not in this era, anyway.
Oh, shit.
I wish I could explain all this strangeness, but there isn't much time. The short of it is, you saw my beloved Juno. And for a brief moment, I thought she might occupy this tender body of yours. But something went wrong. And now, she's back out there, adrift. Oh, she was magnificent once. One of a race of beautiful, wonderful creatures. They created your kind. Did you know that? Your people were tools to them. That's all you have ever been. That's all you should ever be. One day soon, I hope. For the world is nearly ready for her return. Wired.
That medallion looks like Pennywise.
Uh-oh. Here they come. Those Templars. Or maybe assassins this time. Idiots. All of them. I envy you. It was her wish that I be here to greet her. It was her experiment that made it possible for my rebirth as one of these things. Ah!
Stay down! Get down on your back! Now! He's got a gun!
Guide me into the grave, beloved! I am your instrument!
Put the gun down! Drop it! Drop your weapon!
I wonder if that's her husband.
Clear! Clear! Check his vitals. He's bleeding fast. Check the victim.
Are you okay? Can you hear me? Hello? Talk to me. You alright?
I wonder if because remember Juno gave her husband to the experiment
There you are. Thank God.
and it failed and
I
he
hope you
died.
feel well. You look good. Can you stand?
Hi, Melanie.
Good. Try walking around? A doctor came by, said there wasn't anything to worry about. That the liquid in the syringe was far, far below a lethal dose. I feel terrible about all this. About everything.
Should.
All our evidence pointed to you, but it was John all along. God, the things we found on his computer. Whatever you need, we'll provide. You've done an amazing job. Speaking of which, our trailer is finished. Would you like to see it? I owe you that much.
Yes, I do. Oh, hang on. Let me grab this sticky note real
Go.
quick. Number 13.
I uploaded it to your database. You can watch it here or at your Animus. I think you'll love it. It really captures the essence of the era. So, take care. And again, thank you.
In a world where pirates rule the waves, these men will discover that nothing is sacred and everyone is committed to rum, plunder, and women.
Hola, ladies.
This summer, Abstergo Entertainment invites you aboard for the adventure of a lifetime. So sharpen your cutlasses, shine your hooks, and sail with the devils of the Caribbean. This virtual experience is not being rated.
Forthcoming blockbuster film.
And, well, what now? Talk, you idiot! Look at the light! Isn't that the battery? I think that's the battery. Hello? Hello? Look, sorry about this. My name is Sean, and back there is Rebecca, my partner in crime. Hello. Bloody good work earlier. Honestly, I mean it. Delivering us all that data. It's really just too bad that our man on the inside was such a how to put it? Fanatic. Fanatic is the best word, I suppose. We take who we can get. Exactly. Well put. We saw in John an opportunity to burrow deeper into Abstergo's cloud servers, and I'm not ashamed to say we took it. Not realizing, of course, that he was enlisting you to help him. And to blame, should anything go wrong. I suppose it all worked out very nicely in the end. Most of it, anyway.
What Sean really wants to say is, if you're up for more hacking, we are too. John gave you level 3 security clearance before he died. You should use it. The assassins don't have the resources to pay you like the Templars do, but we'll make it worth your while.
Look, we should really cut it short, Bex. 20 seconds.
All right. Good luck.
Cheers, mate. And top-notch work. Really top. Give yourself a pat on the back. And happy hacking.
Okay. So now we know that we were working with for the assassins all along, which we already knew that.
Gentlemen, how do you find it here?
It will work for us, but our goal must be to scatter our operations, to live and work among the people we protect, just as Altair ibn Lahad once counseled.
Well, until that time, it's yours as you see fit.
Edward, Captain Woods Rogers survived his wounds. He has since returned to England, shamed and in great debt, but no less a threat.
I will finish that job when I return. You have my word. Evening, Anne.
Edward?
I'll be sailing for London in the next few months. I'd be a hopeful man if you were beside me.
England's the wrong way around the globe for an Irishwoman.
Will you stay with the assassins?
No, I haven't got that kind of conviction in my heart. You?
In time, aye. When my mind is settled and my blood is cooled.
Sail ho! Coming into the cove!
Everybody seems so happy.
You're a good man, Edward. And if you learn to keep settled in one place for more than a week, you'll make a fine father too. Of all the money that e'er I had, I spent it in good company, and all the harm that e'er I've done, alas, it was to none but me. And all I've done for want of wit to memory now I can't. So felt the parting glass. Good night and joy be with you all.
So that's it. So if you didn't put it together there, his wife died, and that's his daughter, who he never met. So there's a big long write-up of lore about his daughter and about Kenway, but I'm gonna save that until we finish Assassin's Creed Rogue, because I think some of it gets addressed in Rogue, but I'm not sure because I never played Rogue. But Rogue is the end of this like Kenway line, so I don't want to talk about anything until we get to the end. So that's kind of the games were, you know, Assassin's Creed 3, this, and Rogue. Rogue kind of ties together some of the loose ends in terms of like the overall Assassin story, from what I understand. So we're gonna let that be that. So, but his
Father, did you always know how to sail a boat?
The Jackdaw is a ship, Jenny, not a boat.
But did you always know?
No. No, I learned after leaving Bristol.
After you left Mother?
Oh boy.
Well, I didn't leave without saying goodbye, Vance. It was an arrangement, you see, between your mother and me.
She said you left her. She said you always talked about sailing a boat and making money in the New World.
I did always want to sail a ship. That's true. But not for a lark. To support us. To take care of her. And you.
Not me. Mother said you didn't know about her. She said you wrote only once a year and that she never knew where to find you.
That's all true, and I'm sorry for that. If I'd known earlier.
So,
I might have come home. I hope that I would have.
Well, you were busy. That's what I think.
I was, but that wouldn't have mattered.
So tomorrow we will
Can I see your
do.
boat?
Boat? I see no boat here. Do you?
I mean ship, obviously. I don't see the difference anyway.
Ah, it's a very simple one, Jenny. A ship can carry a boat, but a boat cannot carry a ship.
Why then, everything is a ship. Large and small. But for my toy boat, the one I take into the bath with me.
That's a clever way of seeing it.
So tomorrow the plan will be to start the DLC for this, which is it's going to carry on Adewale's story.
No.
Because if you remember, Adewale,
Years ago. I miss her, but it's all right.
Adewale kind of, when he joins the Assassins, we lose track of him, basically.
She was very happy for quite some time. Then, not so happy. I didn't see her much after that. Then, she was gone.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry I wasn't there for you.
Yeah, there you go. Look at that.
Right.
Awesome emote.
And we're on an adventure.
So-
Only a little one, I hope. Can't handle too many more surprises.
Do you think we'll see a whale?
Yes, there's a very good chance.
And what about pirates? Will I see pirates?
No.
You're
Not
looking
much
at one.
chance of that, I think.
Oh, that's rather sad. I should have liked to have seen one.
Tell you what, Jenny. As soon as these winds die a little, I'll let you steer the Jackdaw. One little trick at the helm before sundown.
Yay!
There you go. So we'll oh, this is like a Marvel Cinematic Universe post-credit scene.
Miss Jennifer Kenway, may I introduce myself?
Jennifer Scott, if you please.
I'm sorry,
My daughter was raised by her mother, Caroline, until she passed away some years ago. Jenny prefers to use her surname to mine.
Please forgive my ignorance.
I will. She may not.
Father, help me.
This little rascal, however, is a Kenway. What's wrong, Haytham?
I can't see the stage.
Up we go. How's that?
Fine. But won't your arms tire?
Hey, I'm not so old as that. But if they do, then we shall quit this posh gig and go and meet your mother for some chocolate at White's. How's that sound?
Yes, please.
Okay, hush now.
Alright, so if you remember from Assassin's Creed 3, the very beginning, when they're sitting in the theater, Haytham brings that up, and he says, and I believe it's right when he's about to assassinate the guy right there, that they talk about basically how he had only been to the theater once with his dad when he was a young boy. So there you go. That was that. So again, which is why I don't want to talk too much about what happens with Kenway and his family. Well, we know what happens to Haytham. Obviously, Haytham grows up. He becomes a Templar, and then he gets killed by his son Connor. So, but we don't know what happens to his daughter, and we don't know what happens to him. So we're gonna leave that for discussion during Rogue. Unless it is not answered, and then we'll talk about it after Rogue. So, with all that being said, it's time to hit that button. That would be the glorious thanks for watching button. Like I said, we will be back tomorrow. We will finish, or we'll start Assassin's Creed Freedom Cry, which is Adewale's DLC. Hopefully we can get that done before the weekend, and then when I come back from Pennsylvania, we'll be able to start Assassin's Creed Rogue. So that is going to be the the flow for the rest of the week. So I will see you guys tomorrow. Again, thanks for watching. Potato, thanks for the sub. Death Wish, thanks for stopping by. Tout, everybody who chatted today, I really appreciate it. And everybody have a fantastic night. And thanks again.